Shalom. First and foremost, when you give all praises to our Paul, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makakadash, Kal, Alam, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makakadash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praise to Yahweh in name Yahushai, in name the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers and mothers pushing the sword in sincerity and in truth, to all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title this lesson, but basically came across this article, India.com news. It says Russia's new missile can't be tracked, intercepted, or destroyed. Even US is unable to tackle it. The missile is it's capable of so basically what to your mind. Basically I'm gonna say it's indestructible and capable of hitting any target, I do believe. It says even satellites can't spy on it. It says New Delhi. Russia's new intermediate range hypersonic multi-warhead nuclear ballistic missile, Oreshnik, let me pronounce that right, Oreshnik, has been in the limelight across the world midst of a global outcry, and discussions about it are being held about its operational features. And recognized that for some reason the whole video got rest of the article gone. So of course I wanted to check on the validity of the article. So let's go look it up. The missile. It says ballistic hypersonic missile Oreshnik, right? And here we have a Diago News release. It says Putin says Russia could again hit Ukraine with more likely the missile. So it says it says how powerful is the Oreshnik missile. So what's known about the Oreshnik? A satisfied smile played across Putin's face as he described how the Oreshnik streaks to hit target at 10 times the speed of sound, or Mach 10, like a meteorite, and claimed it was immune to any missile defense system. Ukrainian military officials said it reached Mach 11. Right? There was another article here. It's from Al Jazeera, dated November 22, 2024. It says, what do we know about Russia's new ballistic missile, Oreshnik? Moscow says the Oreshnik, a nuclear-capable weapon, was used in an attack on Ukraine amid the escalating tensions. Continuing reading, it says President Vladimir Putin has confirmed that Russia tested a hypersonic intermediate range missile in an assault on Ukrainian city of I would say Dnipro, Ukraine. It says the Kremlin said that the attack was in response to Ukraine's recent use of US and UK supplied missiles to target Russian territory. Says Joe Biden, the outgoing US president, and his administration only recently gave the green light for Ukraine to launch long-range strikes into Russia, a move which has escalated tensions. I'm gonna skip, and also I'm gonna post the link to this article in the description box if you remember. Reading here, it says the Pentagon said it is based on the RS-20 Robyshk intercontinental ballistic missile ICBM. Hypersonic missiles travel at speeds of at least Mach 5, 5 times the speed of sound, and can maneuver mid-flight, making them harder to track and intercept. The missile can have 3 to 6 warheads, military expert Victor Baranets wrote in the Como what Grosso Molos, not pronounce that, whatever. And then I read name, but I want to get a main point, so I'm just gonna scroll down to the point. Here, when it says what a spoon said about the attacks. In an unscheduled television appearance on Thursday, Putin said the strike on the city of Dnipro had tested, in combat conditions, one of the newest Russian mid-range missile systems. Putin said it had been deployed in a non-nuclear hypersonic configuration and said the tests had been successful and had hit its target. Putin said air defenses cannot intercept the Orishnik. Modern air defenses systems cannot intercept such missiles. That's impossible, Putin said. You know, as of today, there are no means of counteracting such a weapon, the president boasted. You know, this part two precept I want to get. First one, Jeremiah chapter 51 and 11 says, "Make bright the arrows," which referring to the missiles, "gather the shield. The Lord had raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes," which we know today the modern Medes would be where Russia is today, you know. So the king of the Medes would be like Putin, and all the military members them would basically defend Russia against basically the big bad bully America. Because that's just how the Most High stage World War III to be, basically Russia and Ezekiel 38, and America, big bad dirty pitney Israel, and the other allies them which are going to switch upon them, like the European Union according to prophecy. It says, "For his device is against Babylon," which is America, "to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchman. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord had both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon." So ultimately, the Most High set up Russia and these nations if you have the technology ultimately to come against America. Let's get this other precept. This is Joel 2, starter 1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, as a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." Because the scripture tells you, the time will come, it'll be like never was since there was a nation, because never on the planet a whole, if you will, continent has been nuked. You see me? Which Canada Canada and like Alaska, it consists of basically a part of North America, and those sections will be okay. But America, Babylon will basically be, utterly destroyed. So not necessarily the whole continent, but a big old landmass. I remember the size of America right now. It says, "A fire devour it before them, and behind them a flame burn it," and that's referring to the missile. When them basically fire off, right? And in this specific one, the Orishnik, it said that they can carry 3 to 6 warhead, and that's what really do the damage. And the basically the system to propel it, the fire behind it will push it in a rocket or whatever. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them. So America gonna be there standing. The parks, the skyscrapers, the cities, all of that. It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness. So when them left, when them do them job, you know, America was. Right? It says, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Then basically see them, in the air when they travel. Right? And describe them as horsemen. I think in Revelation 9, see, remember, Revelation 9 describe it. Here. Revelation 9 and 13 says, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice. Hold on, notification coming. Says the sixth trump, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the river Euphrates. I will know these angels was basically set there to basically hold back the destruction until the elect is sealed when it was to the chapter 7. The mighty wind, referring to the nuclear destruction, yeah. And I go to Jeremiah 51 and 1, and verse 2, I think, yeah, as well. It says, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men, which is chiefly Edomites. Right? Three classifications of men: sons of God, sons of man, and sons of the wicked. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And this is basically the missiles themselves, or the war basically dropping in America. Dum, 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 and come from the sky. And this refer to them as horsemen, yeah. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. I'm basically gonna make out a iron. And out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone, because what the war is in it, and that will cause a fire. Basically, them split atom and boop, explode before they meet ground zero. For cause a more greater destruction. It says, by these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. It says, and their power is in their mouth and in their tails, because the warhead is actually in the top of the missile, and on them tails basically the fire propel it, or however them used to decide it. It says, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Alright, so we can drop that there and go back to the Joel. Joel 2 verse 4, it says, the appearance of them as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. And fly through the sky. It says, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their faces the people shall be much pain. And when them hear them missile the fire off, and you only have X amount of time left, basically, until doomsday. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. Because even, I think I saw one article as well where then they say even each warhead can basically maneuver by itself. The normal Most I really put the spirit upon the kings of the media for the damage. So the war one each warhead, them say can carry 3 to 6, can basically maneuver. And that's just the Rishnik. I have the Satan 1, Satan 2, you know. Right, them that intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? Long range missiles. Um it says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his spot, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So to show you, so even them air defense missile system, as it said, won't be able to destroy these missiles. Yeah, it says they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. So the missiles are also described as the Most High army. For he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Yeah, so the Most High stage World War III. The scripture said the Most High ever created smith, that blow the coal in the fire to create an instrument. Let's get that real quick. I think it's Isaiah. In a minute, I'm gonna bring this out. Isaiah 54. And hold on. 16. Oh, let me think, guys. 6 or 5. Isaiah 54, verse 16 says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So the Most High create these scientists to build a nuclear weapon, and also create them to bring forth his punishment upon America. As when you will go to Jeremiah, I'll just briefly go into Jeremiah 50. Um, the whole chapter good, but I just want to start from a point to get it. Alright, Jeremiah 50 and 8, it says, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the eagles before the flocks. For, lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, Russia, chief one, again read Ezekiel 38. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, scripture saying second Ezra, I think 16, said there it basically can be shot from one end of the earth. Alright? So you don't know that's actually referring to the modern day arrow, which is referring to the missiles. It says the arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And Chaldea, which modern day Chaldea is referring to America, shall be a spoil. All that spoil earth shall be satisfied, said the Lord, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and below as bulls. And America was great because of basically slavery. We suffered slavery, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, are true biblical Israelites. You benefit off of it. You'll be happy about that. Okay, your time now. It says your mother, which is written, shall be sore confounded. She that bear you shall be ashamed. To the point of shall fire missile too. Behold, the innermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, referring to America, because of the wrath of the Lord it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. So it shows that this is actually a future prophecy referring to America, because the ancient land of Babylon and the territory is still inhabited today. It's not desolate when nobody no live there. It's modern day Iraq. You know, it says, everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and is at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all he that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she had sinned against the Lord. Right? Says, shout against her round about, she had given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord to take vengeance upon her. As she had done, do unto her. Bomb people, murder people, thief goods, enslave people. Your time now. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword shall they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. People are just take with themselves in that time, as the destruction that's coming, right? For basically chiefly America. Because other place gonna get nuke, especially Israel, you know. But one place not gonna recover. Gonna be, as is written, a land habited by foul creatures, yeah. Gonna be a desert forever. So yeah, the most I give Russia the technology, indeed, if go up against America. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, yeah. Spirit of the Medes. Alright, so hope this is edifying. See if we can just copy this right now. Some of we got to post it in the description. Hope this is edifying to you like out there. Giving our praises to our poor Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kodash. The honors unto our elders and apostles of great millstone. And shalom to the full. Shalom.